Not live yet. Now we are.
Are we live?
We are on. Welcome back to No Filter MMA.
Yeah.
We are back. And we are ready to give you, gonna cover some bullshit tonight. I'm tired of all of this Mackenzie Dern hate. You know what I'm saying? But that's coming a little bit later. We're gonna start off by Liam wants to cover a couple of the prelim fights. Good
Yeah,
prelims,
bro.
man. 224 lived up, man. I was pretty shocked. No.
Oh, sorry, bro. I didn't hear what did you say, bro? What did you say? I didn't hear you, man.
Oh, my bad. All I said was 224 was pretty stacked, man. I was pretty surprised. Honestly, I slept on 224, to be real.
Yeah, man. I didn't think it was anything. There was 2 decisions in the entire card, and everything else was knockout or sub.
Super underrated card, man.
Yeah. I think there was it's crazy amount of chokes as well. I think there was like all the submissions in 224 were chokes. Every single submission.
Yeah.
There was
a lot of
triangles. One
of
them was a neck triangle. Yeah. What's up?
Yeah. Jiu-jitsu in Brazil. Of course.
It was a lot of
jiu-jitsu. Bro.
It was a lot of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. I think it was no, man, there was some really good ones. I think the sub of the night was the Russian guy. I don't know exactly how to pronounce his name. Is it Olenek?
Yep, Alexei Olenek.
Yeah. The Strangler or something. Isn't that his nickname? The Strangler or something? The Anaconda or something. The Boa Constrictor. That's his name. The Boa Constrictor. That's his nickname. Yeah. Man, he did an Ezekiel choke on. That was his sub of the night. He did a Ezekiel choke. He's done that. He's done it 13 consecutive times.
Yep. He holds the record in the UFC. He's got both of them in the UFC.
Mm.
Yeah, he's a beast grappler. Yeah.
That was wild.
It's meant when you wear a gi. It's a gi choke, but he does a gi choke without using a gi.
Yeah. I heard the commentators say that, man. That was wild.
Yeah.
Just imagine how strong your forearms have to. Yeah. I was just gonna say, Liam, I'm sorry. Yeah, think about how strong his forearms have to be. His forearms have to be to choke another 250-pound monster. You know, like that. That guy's impressive, man.
Yeah,
that was so much experience. Fight. Like the strikes it was about 10 strikes each. I think it was 10 significant. Was it 10 significant or 10 strikes total, each to them?
I think it was 10. I think it was 10 significant. Sounds about right.
Yeah. So between each of them, it was equal in terms of striking. And then as soon as he went to the ground, man, it was just that, the double forearm, man, just took him completely out of it.
Yeah,
one forearm on the trachea and the other forearm behind the neck.
Yeah, they said it wasn't a choke that. They said it wasn't a choke that it's not the type of choke that cuts off the blood flow. I mean, that cuts off the air. It cuts off the blood flow.
More of it puts pressure on the windpipe more than anything. I think it's because it's the forearm. You put the bone. Is it the tibia? Not tibia. Is it? I don't know. Whatever it is, the tibia maybe, and you put it.
You can just say your forearm,
into the windpipe. So we could. Yeah. But I was just saying the fact that you put the bone right into it, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Crushing the windpipe, yeah.
It's more of a crank. It's more of a crank than anything because you can't really choke without the gi. But yeah, man, not a position you want to be in. It's like similar to Gogo Plata. You know, Gogo Plata when you use the shin bone.
Mm-hmm.
But you're using obviously the forearm instead, so it's a bit of a mix-up on things. But no, there's a couple of chokes. There was one really good. There was a really good transition. I remember which guy was. He did it was a rear naked choke, and he transitioned from Kimura. Did you see that fight? He did. He had him in the. He had him in Kimura. I'll just check right now. I'll just check the stats. I got a photo of it. I took my.
Hey, I forget who that was.
Yeah, but
so it was it was Davey Ramos. In the.
Ramos. Okay.
Against Nick Hine, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Nick Hine from Germany.
Yeah, and he got him in Kimura, but he couldn't sink the sub. So what he did was he managed to do a really fast transition, flip right onto behind the guy's back, and just completely neck crank the guy. neck cranked the guy. Took him out of the competition. It was really good.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. Back to that Olenek fight.
Yeah.
Didn't that guy didn't he have like a stupid number of professional fights?
He's been around Olenek. Yeah, he's got over 50 fights.
Man, he's been around for a long time. That guy, he's been fighting. He's fought everyone. Isn't the heavyweight? Has he fought in light heavyweight as well? I think he's fought in light heavyweight as well.
He might have earlier in his career.
Yeah.
In his career, he might have been.
And now a lot of those Russian guys, they have a crazy amount of fights because there's like to get into the UFC, they do there's like a tremendous amount of like work they have to do to get in first. I mean, even that what's his name?
Yeah.
Habib, how many fights he had
He was 21. He was like only 21-0 when he came into the UFC.
Yeah, but he was 21-0.
But a lot of
when he was young, and also how many sambo fights has he had? You know, how many purely grappling sambo fights that they had? Because Olenek is another one of those sambo guys that comes in.
Easily another 50 to 70 matches, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But one thing about Khabib Nurmagomedov, though, a lot of his fights were 2-round fights over in Russia. So they're kind of like iffy, you know. Talk about
that's a big factor. Yeah, that's a big factor. You're right.
But I mean, we can't bump his cardio. Like, I mean, Khabib, you can't bump his cardio even though he's done 2 rounds, bro. Like, he doesn't. There's no stopping Khabib's cardio, man. Like, he hasn't slowed down much at all in any of the fights we've seen him do. You know, but going back to the other one, there was one other good. It was a really good finish. It was the guy with
Warley Alves. Did you see the Warley Alves fight? Oh
no, not that one. But that was also that was a bad finish. That wasn't a good. That was a dangerous finish. That was surgery and out of commission for a while finish. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the only guy to beat Kobe Covington. Warley Alves choked him out. So guillotine choke.
You're talking about the fight where the guy the eye, right? You're talking about the eye.
Yeah, that guy with the eye, right? Warley Alves was the Brazilian that stopped him, and then he also has a submission win over Kobe Covington, who's fighting for the interim title.
Yes, he does.
I think Kobe's gonna lose, man. RDA. He's against RDA, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd
take RDA in that fight too.
Yeah, it's not even. I'm not even onto the big like I hate Kobe, so I want RDA to win. It's more just like I think RDA is just gonna purely win.
He's the more skilled. Yeah, he's the better fighter. Former champion at 155 for sure.
I would want to see Kobe Covington win, and the only reason I say I want to see Kobe Covington win is so I can see Tyron Woodley smash Kobe Covington.
Oh yeah, there you go.
He needs it. You guys know he needs it.
Well, RDA is definitely the tougher fight for Tyron Woodley for sure.
Yeah. But I just want to see him get beat up. I just want to see Kobe get beat up because Tyron's gonna beat him up.
You will. RDA is gonna beat him up too.
Oh yeah. So real quick, guys, let's get to that. Let's get to that main.
Get to the main card. Yes.
Yeah.
Woo! First fight of the night was Vitor Belfort versus Lyoto Machida.
Performance of the night knockout.
The Dragon. Was it? Was it performance of the night?
Yeah. Performance of the night KO. Performance of the night.
Question, boys.
The Russian Olenek, and then the performance of the night KO was Lyoto Machida.
Go ahead, Brad.
Sorry, Brad. Go.
I got it. No, it's okay. I got a question for you, boys. Whose front kick was better? Anderson Silva's or Lyoto Machida's?
Woo! I'm gonna have to give it to Lyoto Machida, and the reason why I say, the reason I would say Lyoto Machida is because it was good to see Lyoto. I mean, when Anderson Silva did that, Anderson Silva was kind of like in his prime, maybe still, and like he was still a big draw. Even Anderson Silva is always going to be a draw. If he's 50 and he comes and fights, he's going to be a draw. But Lyoto Machida is way past his prime. You know what I'm saying? And to see Lyoto Machida be able to pull something like that off, I mean, that was impressive.
What do you think about him? He called out Bisping. What do you reckon about that? Bisping versus Lyoto Machida retirement. for one of them.
Wait, Liam, you got to answer the question, brother.
You got to answer that.
All right.
Anderson's front kick or Lyoto's front kick? Which front?
I'm going to disagree with BJ. I'm going to disagree here. Because I don't know why, but I just, Anderson Silva was in his prime, but Vitor Belfort right now is not in his prime. And
you could argue he was in his prime.
Shots on the chin. He's taking a lot of shots on his chin now. His chin is deteriorated. So that knockout was still a knockout, but it probably required sufficient
That's why
than I would have back in the day.
Yeah, that's why I take Anderson with you too, Liam. Yep.
Yeah.
Because Vitor was more in his prime during his front kick. He was. I mean, that was a title fight. So obviously Vitor won probably, I think it was like 5 or 6 fights before he got that fight with Anderson.
Well, see,
but
you can also argue that Lyoto Machida is not in his prime. So neither one. They were both Frankenstein. They're both Frankenstein. They're fighting each other. They both Frankenstein.
New argument.
It was impressive, no doubt.
It's about both the wheel kick is the best kick. The other kicks are irrelevant. Therefore.
Ooh. You know what?
Edson Barbosa have been beat up so bad lately. He ain't thought about no kick.
But you guys know what though? That front kick to Vitor Belfort wasn't even Lyoto's best kick. His best kick was the one against Randy Couture.
Yeah.
To me, that's the greatest. That's the greatest. I think the greatest kick knockout of all time is Lyoto against Randy.
That was pretty good. I remember that.
Because think about it, Lyoto's a middleweight and Randy Couture is a heavyweight.
Yeah.
Pettis,
bro. Here's the thing though, Pettis' kick didn't finish Benson Henderson.
Yeah, right.
Lyoto's kick finished Randy Couture. That was the end of the fight. Benson Henderson, he still went on to beat Benson Henderson by split decision.
Well, what about Holly Holmes' kick?
Oh yeah, bro.
Now that was the most meaningful because that broke the mystique of Ronda Rousey, as they say, and showed how vulnerable that she really is.
That kick did more than break Ronda Rousey, boy. I'm telling you.
It took her soul, bro. Took her soul.
So what do y'all think is next for Lyoto Machida? Do you think the Michael Bisping fight is really I mean, if Lyoto Machida is trying to climb his way back up? Because
I guess so.
He's not talking about retiring or nothing. Everyone else talking about retiring. He doesn't want it.
Because what is Michael Bisping ranked right now? Like
he's number 1. Wouldn't he be number 1?
No, Bisping's ranked number 5.
That's what I thought, like number 5.
Because he lost to Gastelum. Remember, he got knocked out. Yeah, but then he got knocked out by Gastelum. Remember, he took that fight on short notice against Gastelum.
Did he? Oh, I missed that.
Yeah. Yep, and Gastelum knocked him out in the first round.
So he took 2 L's back to back. He took the GSP, the Kelvin Gastelum right after the GSP L. So yeah. And I
reckon Machida and Bisping make sense. Some of the others go to the division.
That would be a good matchup. I think there could be. I'd rather see if Nick Diaz comes back. I know that's been floated around.
I don't know.
I'd rather see Bisping and Nick Diaz.
Oh,
what you say, Liam?
Diaz would smoke him, bro. Diaz would smoke him. Bisping's on his way out. Diaz is. We don't know what Diaz is because he hasn't fought in so long, man. We don't know if his way out or his way in. He could come back and fight John Jones and win. We have no idea.
Thing is, those. Yeah, but those Diaz brothers, though, those guys are always in shape, though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I could understand if it was like, somebody who's not known for their conditioning like those guys are. Like, think about it. That guy swam Alcatraz.
Yeah, he did.
Like, that's just mind-boggling in itself because that's shark-infested water. That's just insane to think that he did something like that. But just look at his fights as well. What does he do? His pressure is what breaks a lot of these guys. Everybody that he fights, maybe with the exception of like the Paul Daly fight, because they were just back and forth. That was just chaos in the first round. But when you think of how both Diaz brothers really fight. It's their pressure, the forward pressure that wears on everybody, and they break down people systematically. And I just think if it's a 5-round fight, especially one of the Diaz brothers, it's going to be a big fight. So it is going to be 5 rounds. I think the Diaz. I think Nick especially. I think Nick hangs with Bisping or Lyoto easily. I think it'd be no contest for the fight.
Nick Diaz
would give him something harder.
He would force Lyoto Machida into a brawl, which Lyoto Machida has struggled with in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's exactly how I see that fight playing out.
Like when someone forces Lyoto Machida to bang with him and turn it into a dog fight, I think that's where Lyoto Machida struggles at. I think he's more like he's a karate master, so he's more like a point style, like Stephen Thompson like type of fight. You know what I'm saying? So,
but they both come from karate, man. So I mean, it makes sense. You know?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be a good fight, though. I'd be for it.
It would be. Yeah. I would love to see that matchup.
Nick Diaz comes back, man, is a good fight. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So then, so go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the next fight on 224 was Lineker and Keller, right?
Oh my God, man! Look,
What did you guys think? What did you guys think about how that fight was starting to play out? I thought Kelleher was kind of holding his own for a little bit there against Lineker.
No way, bro. The stats were. I looked at the stats. It was like 100 and something strikes, significant strikes from Lineker to like 50 or 60 strikes from Kelleher, man.
And that's
because
getting smoked, man.
Go ahead, BJ.
He pulled Lineker toward the end of, when Lineker started smelling blood, he kind of poured it on, on Kelleher. You know what I'm saying? And Kelleher was trying, but when John Lineker rocked him, like when he rocked Kelleher, it was like Kelleher's spirit just flew out the window. You know what I'm saying? Like he got into like retreat mode. Like I seen him running. He was running a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because Lineker was throwing it at him. And he was connected.
That dude has got heavy hands.
Yeah. So that's going to make it interesting.
Someone said he's a heavyweight that they've smashed down. Someone said heavyweight that they've smashed down into a smaller guy.
Did you guys see though how he was throwing those looping shots though? Those looping shots are just so devastating. It's hard to time because you're going backwards, and then those looping shots, the way Lineker just gets that leverage, he
comes in from an angle, man.
Everything
around the side.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's if you look at Lineker, and look at Kelleher. Kelleher's kind of taller, he's kind of lanky, he's kind of thin, you know what I'm saying? Taller, lanky type guy. Then you look at Lineker, who's 2 feet tall and nothing but pure brute muscle. I mean, really
stats, bro.
when he was throwing those shots, though, there was a lot of torque behind those shots. You know what I'm saying? And he was rocking Kelleher, man.
He was in close as well. He was in very close. Kelleher he didn't have the reach to even land the proper shots from him because Lineker was in. He was in his face all the time, and if you're a big guy and you're throwing a shot, how you gonna, you're only getting half extension of your elbow, man. Like you got the reach advantage becomes a reach disadvantage.
Right. Yeah.
That's probably a reason why the strike amount was so much lower for Kelleher rather than Lineker.
So what's next for Lineker?
I want to see him fight TJ again, man. I like that. I was actually going for Lineker when he fought TJ, but TJ took it to wrestling, and I just got bored with it. But if it was a straight up, he
didn't want to bang with Lineker.
Yeah,
he didn't want to bang with Lineker.
He fought Garbrandt. Oh, Garbrandt Lineker.
How about Dillashaw and Garbrandt are rematching first?
Of course.
And I think Dominic Cruz should get the winner of that fight, I believe. But we'll see. But Lineker definitely fits that picture with him. Yeah, Cruz was injured.
Yeah.
Yep. After the Garbrandt fight. Then he got injured in training. He was gonna fight. He was gonna fight Jimmy Rivera. Jimmy Rivera is another contender. Jimmy Rivera, didn't he beat Lineker? I think Jimmy Rivera fought. Yeah, I think Jimmy Rivera fought Lineker.
He might have.
You guys might have to double check me on that, but I'm pretty sure Jimmy Rivera beat Lineker. All right.
Well, Jimmy Rivera, I mean,
he pulled out. He pulled out apparently.
He pulled out.
Okay. Oh, he pulled out. Okay.
So it says it was in 2017, and he pulled out of the fight. Yeah.
See,
gotcha.
Lineker Rivera would be a good fight. I mean, not Lineker Rivera. Yeah,
Lineker Rivera. But Rivera's getting ready to fight Marlon Moraes. So the winner of that fight should fight the winner of Lineker and Lineker should fight the winner of the Jimmy Rivera fight.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Yeah.
And then the winner could possibly fight like either Dominic Cruz in a title eliminator or fight the winner of Garbrandt Dillashaw.
What do you think is going to happen, Garbrandt Dillashaw? What are we thinking here?
Ooh, that's tough.
Because they both
think
each other in the last fight.
Yeah, and Garbrandt hurt him first.
Yeah,
Dillashaw came back and won that fight.
He almost knocked T.J. Dillashaw out.
Right.
Yeah, dude. He almost knocked T.J. Dillashaw out. But where does Dominic Cruz fit into all of this? I mean,
I think Dominic is automatically. I think he's ranked number 2 now. But I think Dom, just because of his reign, he really hasn't. I mean, other than really Garbrandt, he really hasn't been ever taken out in that division. Like, nobody has taken Dominic Cruz out clean to suggest, like, oh, he's too washed up or he doesn't belong in that weight class. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has really overwhelmed him. Garbrandt was really the only one. But, yeah, you could do a rematch. Cruz
Dillashaw's striking, his striking's only getting better, man. Like, if he beat Garbrandt and Cruz couldn't even land a shot on, I mean, he landed a couple shots, but he could barely land a shot on Garbrandt in that fight.
Yeah.
While Dillashaw we knocked him out. So, I mean, that could be interesting. Him against Cruz again, because his striking is a lot better. Before he was the wrestling guy, and now he's throwing these kicks, and you're just like, oh, what's that? I haven't seen that before, you know?
Yeah,
it's good shit. You know?
Yeah.
But,
I think we touched on it before, though. MMA math never makes sense. The MMA triangle, it never makes sense, man. It just never makes sense.
Nope, it sure doesn't.
Yeah,
because if MMA math did make sense, then Dominic Cruz was supposed to beat Cody Garbrandt. To be honest, you know, but I don't know what happened in that fight. And I was cheering for Dominic Cruz, man, but
that's my guy.
The dancing monkey, he just couldn't. That didn't work with Cody Garbrandt, because Cody's boxing is spot on. I mean, his accuracy, his accuracy and his speed is not to be messed with. And T.J. Dillashaw learned that very quickly.
But I also think at the same time too, Dominic underestimated Garbrandt. Like, you know, it just wasn't. He beat up all of Team Alpha Male. Like, he was just thinking this is another Team Alpha Male. Grant surprised the hell out of him.
Yeah, it did. It definitely did. You know, but
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Dominic Cruz is a very, like, you know, he obviously is an analyst on TV and stuff, so he analyzes the vantage point of pretty much any fighter.
Yeah,
Howard Woodley and Cormier. You have some of those guys that are on the show as well, but normally it's like Dominic Cruz and normally mainstays there. They have the best insight on a lot of these fighters because they get to cover them, you know.
Yeah.
And Dominic Cruz is we were a specialist, right? He doesn't have knockout power. Is good, though he uses it defensively. We wouldn't say he excels it, but he's a specialist. You know, he game plans really well for his opponent.
Yeah.
So I I would want to see like a new face against Dominic Cruz. I feel like we saw him fight for Garbrandt before us. I would like him to fight like the winner of Jimmy Rivera. Throw Lineker in there. I think Lineker Cruz would be a good matchup.
I don't know. I think Cruz would beat him, man. I think Cruz is too fast for that guy.
Yeah, fresh face against him. You know what I'm saying? Rather than see him fight Dillashaw again, rather than see him fight Garbrandt again. You know, he fought Faber. What? Like he fought that whole team already. Like, fight somebody different. Get a new face. Let somebody else knock out Cruz. Right? He would be the first person to knock out Cruz. Like knock him dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he could.
He definitely could.
So a lot of good stuff coming up in the bantamweight division too, y'all. So I mean, we got to keep our eye on that division because it's some interesting things about to happen. But next fight on the main card. Next fight on the main card: Mackenzie Dern versus Amanda Bobby Cooper.
Amanda Dern, that's my girl right there.
Hey, Brad, your phone, like every 2 seconds that you talk, your thing goes out.
Really?
Like it glitches. Yeah, it glitches like every other second.
Yeah, bro, it makes robot noises.
Yeah, it makes robot noises.
Let me see something. I'm gonna take off the headphones. Hold
on. All right. But no, straight. I've been dealing with this BS. I've been dealing with this shit all week, ever since Mackenzie Dern. Okay, this is the thing. Yeah, this is what I think about the Mackenzie Dern situation. Okay, I like Mackenzie Dern, but this is not speaking from somebody who likes Mackenzie Dern. Before the fight, it seems like everybody's trying to find a reason to hate Mackenzie Dern. You know what I'm saying? Before the fight, it was her hands are no good. You know, when they first announced that she was fighting Amanda Bobby Cooper, you know, everybody was like, "Oh, Amanda Bobby Cooper's box. She's gonna beat up Mackenzie Dern." That's all you heard. And then she missed weight by 7 pounds, and everybody want to talk about, "Oh, she missed weight, but she's still gonna get beat up because she ain't got no stand up." Who can talk shit about Mackenzie Dern's hands now? Who can talk shit about her hands now? But after the fight, of course, everybody says, "Oh, she had the weight advantage. Oh, she had the." They're finding every excuse not to give Mackenzie Dern props where it's due. Her weight played I see it like her weight played no absolute role in how she won. Now I'm gonna let y'all talk, but that's how I see. Her weight had no factor in how she won. Go ahead.
I think it was Dominic. Was it Dominic Cruz? Yeah, I believe it was Dominic Cruz, kind of bringing him back into the fold a little bit. But I think Dominic Cruz. Listen, I love Mackenzie Dern. You know I love Mackenzie Dern, BJ. But Dominic Cruz makes a perfectly good point about being over the weight limit, especially 7 pounds. He said it's technically cheating when you think about it. 7 pounds, believe it or not, when you just hear 7 pounds, you're like, that's not too much weight. But in a fight, 7 pounds makes the other girl, and you see they almost look like 2 weight classes, at least body thickness, I guess, body-wise. Mackenzie Dern looked a lot bigger than Bobby Cooper. Height-wise, I think Cooper was a little taller, but Mackenzie, you could see she was the thicker fighter. And then think about what they rehydrate to. So she's probably really like 135 in that fight after she hydrates back up, And then you already missed the weight limit by 7 pounds. That's not a fair advantage. Cooper still went through, made her weight. And then even when she ballooned back up, she only looked to be about maybe 130, 125. She still looked lean and chiseled, like she made the weight, but it definitely, I thought it definitely played a factor in the fight. But hey, my girl Mackenzie still got it.
Go ahead, Liam. I got something to say, but I'm gonna let Liam get his point out though. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Liam.
Bro, I'm with Brad on this, man. I saw the Dominic Cruz thing and I agree completely with him. I'm sorry, BJ, bro. I know you were against that completely, but bro, 7 pounds, man. That's
Right.
I mean, what did Cruz say? It's like a different weight class, man. I mean,
Yeah.
bro, it's a bit. I mean, not, bro. I know you're saying it makes no effect, but I mean, if you're throwing, let's do some physics. You know, if you're throwing a punch, yeah, and you're at 60 kilograms worth of force behind the punch, yeah.
There you go.
And then pounds. I don't know what your pound conversion is. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry, but then
No, you're good.
If you're throwing a punch and you got 80 kilograms behind the punch, man, you know. What's going to have more torque? What's going to have more force applied in the area, man? You know what I mean? Like,
so let me ask you:
she's going to have that knockout power. She wouldn't. I mean, she still have the knockout power, but she's going to have a bit. He's going to have a higher force behind it, man. It goes without saying. It's science, man. Like that's the truth. Like, I'm sorry, bro.
And that is the truth. That is the truth, and I agree with what y'all saying. I see. The point is, like, I see your point. You know what I'm saying? But the biggest point that I'm trying to make is you can no longer talk about Mackenzie Dern's hands.
Of course, yeah.
Like, no, she's got good hands. She's got good hands.
That's the thing about, you know what I'm saying, that everybody, the thing about these grapplers, these grapplers, and I'm not trying to say, like, Mackenzie Dern, because she landed a good overhand right, all of a sudden, Mackenzie Dern's a striker. She's not a striker. And like I said last week, guys, Mackenzie Dern reminds me a lot of Miesha Tate. You know what I'm saying? When Mackenzie Dern throws, she throws those when she throws those wild punches, and when they connect, like, if she's gonna connect, Mackenzie Dern is gonna connect because she looks for the punch. You know, like if you look at the ABC fight, she was looking for the overhand right. You know what I'm saying? And Mackenzie Dern is comfortable standing or on the ground. So I think now what should come into the conversation is Mackenzie Dern is a threat standing and on the ground. I mean, what y'all think?
Yeah, I agree. Do
y'all think Mackenzie Dern is now a threat on the feet too?
I think Mackenzie Dern. I think Mackenzie Dern's a threat on the feet.
Right.
But
how many seconds was it? 20, 30, was it? 20, 30 seconds knockout, wasn't it?
What, the strike count?
No, she knocked her down in the first 20 or 30 seconds or something.
No, it was about a minute or two. It was about a minute.
Oh, my bad. Oh,
yeah.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm remembering shit wrong, bro.
You're good. No, you're good. Well,
go ahead, quick. It was only a matter of seconds before she took her back. I mean, I thought that's how she would win, but the knockdown obviously set up her taking.
That was a surprise, yeah.
Yeah. She
considering what everyone was saying.
Yeah, a lot of people, for whatever reason, I don't know why a lot of people were bashing her hands. You know, when you have somebody the caliber of some of these athletes or somebody who specializes in one of these martial arts, these people have like laser focus, you know. Think about when now they're trying to learn a new discipline like Mackenzie Dern probably with boxing, you know. Think about the amount of focus she's going to use to get better in that discipline, you know. And it showed in that fight. Her boxing looks excellent, and she moved gyms. You know, she went from training with Benson Henderson at the lab to like Black House now out in California, training with Rafael Cordero and those guys.
Yes, she did, and I think that was a good move for Mackenzie because I think so too. They'll definitely work on her hands. They'll get her hands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. So let me ask y'all this: what do y'all think is next for Mackenzie Dern?
Say that again.
I said, what do you think?
Who do you think's next for Mackenzie Dern?
Yeah, who do you think's next for Mackenzie Dern?
Well,
I'm listening. Fellas.
She's got to prove she can stay in that weight class. She's got to prove she can stay in that weight class. I mean, I don't think you throw her into the top 10 yet. I think.
But who do you think would be a good matchup for Mackenzie? That's a good question.
That's a very good question. There's not too much talent. I mean, the talent pool is not that big at 125 either. You know.
I think I know what to do, boys. All right, what she's gonna do is she's gonna just go up a couple of weight classes, fight Cyborg, and win. Yep.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Yeah, Cyborg would absolutely annihilate her. Amanda Nunes would kill her.
Mackenzie's gonna knock Cyborg out, and in the
knock Amanda Nunes out too.
Round. Yep. Yeah.
She's gonna be the first ever three division champ, Liam. First ever three division champ.
and then she's gonna go up and fight DJ and take over.
Oh my God. Don't disrespect DJ like that. DJ's probably the greatest of all time, man. Don't disrespect DJ.
I'm just joking, man. DJ's the king.
I know. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
But real shit, though. Real shit. Straight up, who do y'all think they would put Mackenzie Dern up next if she stays in strawweight?
I just don't know, man. I don't know. Clue. You guys go for it. I don't know.
It's a very good question, DJ. Who do you think?
I would say Mackenzie Dern should probably get somebody like a Nina Asaroff, maybe, or maybe like an Angela Hill, or maybe
that'd be a good fight.
Or maybe even since they're boosting Mackenzie Dern. I mean, she could fight. I mean, if Tatiana Suarez beats what's the girl's name she's fighting? Man, I just talked about it. Anyway, Tatiana Suarez is fighting Alexa Grasso.
Grasso, yes.
Yeah, since they're pushing Mackenzie Dern, I mean, if Tatiana Suarez will probably beat Alexa Grasso, but if Tatiana Suarez versus Mackenzie Dern will be a good fight, or maybe like a Karolina Kowalkiewicz would be a good fight. That'd be good though. That'd be. I'm curious to see two things: if Mackenzie Dern, if she can stay at strawweight, and who she's fighting at. It'd be interesting to know.
Yeah, bro. Should we move on to the next? Should we move on to the next one? Jacare versus
Ooh, I'm gonna let y'all start. Oh man.
Me and BJ, we watched that fight together, didn't we, BJ? That's right.
Yeah, we did. We watched that
then. Yeah.
How'd you guys watch that fight?
I streamed it for him.
Oh, how'd you do? What you got on the Google chat and you streamed it?
Oh, I video chatted it.
Man. Video chatted
on through our group message.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Damn. Next time, invite me.
Well, I was pretty sure you were watching it somewhere.
Of course, but I would still watch it with you guys.
Absolutely.
We could do like a live fight podcast too, huh?
We will get cut off. We will get cut off so quick.
Yeah, we will. We would.
We will get cut off so quick, boy. I'm telling you. But, I mean, Jacare, he was doing good at first, man. But when Kelvin Gastelum was hitting him, man, after Kelvin Gastelum, the grappling exchanges, Jacare was winning in the grappling exchanges.
The first round was.
So do you guys think they got it right? Do you guys think Gastelum won the fight?
I don't know, man. Because Gastelum was good in the second round. But, I mean, the last round, he wasn't doing much. Jacare was landing a bit. Jacare landed more strikes than Gastelum in that fight.
And Jacare
had higher accuracy.
He was dead.
He had more takedowns. He had more takedowns. He had more submission control. He had one submission attempt, which Gastelum had none. He had what else did he have? More significant strikes, more accuracy in significant strike, more accuracy in normal strikes, and more normal strikes. So even though he was tired, like he was tired, man, that he was in a different world when he was throwing a lot of those hooks he was throwing in the last 2 rounds. But he was still putting in work, man. He was putting in more work than Gastelum. I thought
he was definitely more active.
Jacare won. Yeah, I thought.
Yeah,
Gastelum was hanging back, man. He was doing like a Tyron Woodley in the Demian Maia fight. He was just kind of chilling, man. It wasn't overcommitting. Like at any time in those last rounds, I reckon if Gastelum had rushed Jacare, I reckon he could have knocked him down again and probably finished the fight. But he just didn't seem to he didn't seem to want to do it, man. He didn't want to risk it. He was just kind of he was happy to just chill and just he's chilling and counterpunching. And that was what he did the last 2 rounds.
And Jacare was dead tired that last round, man.
Yeah,
but he was dead tired, and you could tell he was dead tired.
He was lumping around, but he was still landing.
Yeah, dude, he was throwing with power. I was like, look at this guy, man. I mean, that's unless you know the status of a veteran that he is, man. I mean, those punches were landing, and they were landing hard too, man.
I think the fight was a good thing that it came to. They gave Gastelum the decision because I think in reality the next fight coming would be better with Gastelum or against one of the top contenders because Jacare has been beaten by all the top contenders at the moment in that middleweight division.
And Jacare
he's been beaten by Whitaker. He's been beaten by Romero. He's been beaten by who's the other one? GSP's
Rockhold.
now, isn't he? Rockhold? Yeah.
Rockhold got him in Strikeforce.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So he's been beaten by all the top contenders in the division. So it's kind of it would be good to see a new guy come in and start trying to fight with those top contenders. Gastelum, I don't think has Gastelum fought any of those guys yet? Has Gastelum fought Romero or Whitaker yet?
He fought Weidman. He lost to Chris Weidman. He fought. He knocked out Bisping. That was another one of his big wins, and he just beat Jacare, obviously. And he's got some. Gastelum has some nice wins. I think he lost to Woodley by split decision too.
Woodley.
Yeah,
did he go down?
His 2 losses. Yeah. He was at 170. Yeah, Gastelum started at 170. Then he moved up to 185.
He's got better prospects coming up in the fight than Jacare would have if Jacare had won the fight. But I feel like Jacare almost. I don't know. It just looked like he was putting in more work. I mean, Gastelum was obviously more dominant in the fact that he landed this. He didn't land as many shots, but he landed the shots were really mattered in the fight. Jacare was kind of
right.
He was throwing a lot of power and he was hitting hard, but it wasn't doing much. So Gastelum was taking it and just kind of moving on,
Well, Gastelum has a pretty decent record though. I mean, he got wins over Jake Ellenberger, Nate Marquardt, Johnny Hendricks.
There you go.
I mean,
there you go.
Yeah, man. So I think
you just finished out the remainder of his wins. He definitely deserves a title shot.
He does.
I think they kind of swayed it toward Kelvin Gastelum as well because Jacare Souza, when he gets those opportunities, those big fights, he loses.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Romero.
Yeah, poor Jacare hasn't got a title shot.
Is he coming off a loss? Is he coming off a loss or a win? Who did he win against? Did he win against someone?
No, he's coming off a loss to Yoel Romero.
Yeah.
Yoel got him.
I thought Whitaker beat him after Romero. Or was it the other way around?
Whitaker beat Jacare and then Yoel beat Jacare.
Oh, okay. All right.
Whitaker beat Jacare first. How did Whitaker win, by decision or did he knock out Jacare?
He kicked him in the head.
Yeah, I remember that.
Down,
but did that ground and pound? Yeah. So he finished Jacare.
He's lying down and then his boom takes control. It was actually very similar to the Gastelum knockdown. Gastelum, when he knocked him down, he did the exact same thing Whitaker did in the previous fight against him. the exact same kind of ground and pound, but it didn't work, man.
Wasn't. Yeah.
It wasn't Whitaker, it was Gastelum.
Right. Yeah, Whitaker is the longer, stronger fighter. Whitaker is more of a natural 185er.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I'm glad he moved up.
I think that rematch with Whitaker and Romero is going to be ridiculous.
But he beat Derek Brunson though. Jacare Souza, he beat Derek Brunson.
Did he?
He did. He beat him twice.
Yeah, he did.
He beat him once in Strikeforce and he beat him once in the UFC. Knocked him out both times too.
Derek Brunson had big hype last year, I think, before he fought Whitaker. He had big hype behind his name before he fought Whitaker.
Yeah, he lost to Anderson Silva too.
Yeah.
Anderson beat him by split decision, I believe.
Yeah.
Beat Derek Brunson. Brunson had some big fights.
Yeah, that's true.
He had a big hype behind him. He had a bunch of first round knockouts, but then he got finished by, was it Whitaker or was it Anderson? Who did he get finished by?
Anderson beat him by split decision.
So it must have been Whitaker.
Oh, yeah. Who was it? Yeah, I remember Brunson being finished by somebody else too. Whitaker got him.
Yeah. You fought Romero? I didn't fight Romero.
No, he got Brunson. Whitaker beat Brunson.
And then, Chris Weidman got Yoel Romero, and Yoel Romero knocked him out, bro. Oh, bro, that was bloody.
Yeah, well wrecked Chris Weidman.
Yeah, Derek
Brunson. It was like so like it looked like fluky, but you can't tell. Like it looked like a really fluky win, you know. Looked like he just kind of jumped at the exact right time. You know, he was going for a body knee. He was going for a body knee, and he just messed it up and got him right in the head because he ducked. You know.
Liam, you know what? You're the first person, even talking to some of my other buddies, you're the first person that's been, without me even saying anything, give that same exact opinion that I gave on that Yoel Romero knockout. It was almost fluky-like, but he's just so goddamn explosive that it just didn't matter. All he had to do was touch him, you know?
Bro, when he went down the first time, I thought Romero tripped. I was like, did Romero trip? You know? But the way he did it from the way I was watching it from the angle.
Flew in the air.
Weidman went down and he just tripped over him, and I was just like, oh, shit.
And that cut was nasty on Chris Weidman.
Yep.
What was it? It was up it was the top of his head, wasn't it? The top of his head.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was real bad.
That was spurting out blood, but that was ridiculous. It was like, he hit the canvas, and then in the split, maybe 5 or 6 seconds, just canvas was blood red, man.
But he was gonna He was gonna keep fighting.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, he's a fucking warrior.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wait, what's his name in the fight in the UFC 224? That guy with the eye wanted to keep fighting, and the doctor stopped it.
Yeah.
He was trying to go, and his eye was. I don't even know what that was, man. They didn't look.
Yeah,
like
the Warley Alves fight. That was the Warley Alves fight.
Yeah, that was weird because they both had the same name. I was like, look at her. The one guy's name was Alvies, and the one guy's name was Alves, and I was like, I'm not gonna remember any of this shit. Like, you know, I'm gonna say Alves lost, and there's gonna be Alves actually got knocked out. Oh fuck. You know?
Real quick. Everybody that's watching our video right now, hit the like button. Throw the questions into the live chat. We are answering them. We see y'all watching. Let's get this live chat talking. But on to the main event of the evening.
Let's do it, boys. The main event.
Wow. So Amanda Nunes with another finish under her belt. Wow.
That was, I mean, did you boys expect anything else? I mean, that fight played out the way I thought that fight would go down is exactly the way it played out.
I thought Rocky's boxing was quite. I mean, I thought Rocky's boxing was very good, man. Like she caught Nunes a lot.
She's super underrated. She's good, man. She's tough. Yeah, man. She's a tough girl. She's good.
Those leg kicks, bro. She got that. I think that was literally her undoing. Those leg kicks were just they were messing her up.
She doesn't check those damn leg kicks, man. That's how Holly beat her by split decision.
Yeah.
It's those leg kicks. The striking was fine. It's just that leg kick. Like she just had no answer to it.
Yeah, she doesn't check those leg kicks, man.
First, it looked like she got knocked down.
Yeah.
By the leg kick.
Yep.
It looked like to me like her game plan was to try and counter Amanda Nunes, but the reach advantage was so like the way Amanda gets in and gets out. Like I mean, that's a big role or a big part of how Amanda Nunes wins a lot of her striking fights because she gets in and gets out so quick. So a lot of the time, by the time Rocky threw a punch, Amanda was already out of the way.
Yeah. There were times in that fight that I thought Rocky had it, man. I mean, she was landing combos and stuff, but the problem was, I think she's got really good defense, but she's also got a very good chin, man. She doesn't seem to get rocked. Like she was getting hit by clean combinations, left hook, right hook, and she was just all right. So what's the next thing you're gonna throw at me? It was nothing. Yeah. She wasn't like even noticing anything. She was just keep going.
Yeah.
And then on the ground, I don't know. There was a referee pulled it up at one stage. That was pulled it up a bit prematurely. I thought when
that was crazy.
Yeah, because there was nothing even going on there. It was just I think it was one of them was trying to transition, the other one was landing ground and pound.
Yeah.
And the referee just stopped it. I don't actually know why he stopped that. Maybe it was because it wasn't really inactive. Because usually you pull someone off the ground if they're inactive. They're not doing anything. But they were both working from down there. And I think if that referee hadn't stopped that could have maybe resulted in maybe Nunes or Rocky fatigue, which could have changed the outcome of the fight.
So what do you
said when we were watching it, BJ? You said if Rocky keeps Nunes on the ground, Nunes is going to get tired.
Yes.
And then she can capitalize on that on the feet.
I mean, that's how Kat Zingano. I think that's how Kat Zingano beat Amanda Nunes. Was the grappling tired her out a lot.
And she finished her from full mount, I believe.
And Kat was able to endure those punches as well too. Because she beat up Kat. Like she beat Kat. You know what I'm saying? And Kat took those punches, ate those punches. You know what I'm saying? And gave a few of her own, which was kind of crazy to see. To know that Kat is the last person with a win over Amanda Nunes. Looking at where Kat is right now. But what do y'all think about Rocky's corner when she, after the first round, she goes to her corner and says, I'm done. I'm done.
The second, was it?
No, it was the end of the fourth round, between the fourth and the fifth round.
Yeah,
she said, I thought he said first. I thought he said first, and I was like, "Fuck, it wasn't first."
No, man. But what do y'all think that if y'all were her coaches, what would y'all have done?
Man, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know. Even when she said it, they said it on the commentary. And what she said, she's finished.
Yeah, she said I'm done and quit. No, she said I'm done. I'm done. I don't think she said I quit. I think she just said I'm done.
Go ahead, Liam.
I don't know, man. That's like a weird. I don't know. I don't actually understand. Like, I don't know. If I was in the corner, I wouldn't know what to do. Like, you've put. I mean, obviously she's not. She thinks she's not ready for the fight. She's mentally obviously not in the right place to win the fight. So, but I mean, if you're a corner and you've trained her for I don't know how many weeks, months for this fight, and then you got the fighter telling you, they don't want to do it anymore. That's like I don't know what the hell they'd be thinking. They'd probably be sitting there going, well, what do we do about it? If we throw in the towel, you got the chance. I mean, if she plays out, for instance, if she played out the whole fifth round, and let's say Nunes left an opening, and she caught her clean in the chin, first person to knock out Amanda Nunes, like Rocky could have been the person to do that, man. She could have been the person to just do some crazy finish at the end and take out the fight, but. I mean, the fact that the corner gave her that option, just in case something like that could happen. I think if I was the corner, I'd say if I had a fighter who was saying, I'm done, I don't want to finish the fight, unless that fighter was in, if that fighter was injured, let's say like Whitaker, for example, Whitaker against Romero, he got his knee done in the first round. Yep. If my corner came to me and said, look, mate, my knee's broken. My knee's done. I can't walk on it. Like, take me out. This is going to cause more damage than it's going to help me. That's a different story. But she was just kind of, I don't know. She was kind of seemed more mentally damaged rather than physically. Like she seemed there. Her mental wasn't there. So it's a weird it's hard to kind of figure out what you should do in that situation. What do you guys reckon?
I think Rocky should have had a tune-up fight before she fought for the title.
I thought, you know what? It's kind of tough to give an opinion now because I already read what Rocky, Tisha, the coaches, I've seen all of it, and they all agree with the coaches. You know what I'm saying? So now having that bit of insight, I would have did obviously what those coaches did because obviously deep down that's what she wanted. But now, if I didn't read those articles, let's say I'm in the moment, let's say I am coaching Rocky, and she comes to me at that point. Liam, you brought up a point that, yeah, you know, her coaches know her and what she does in practice and all that stuff, so they know her limitations. But if I'm watching that fight, right, I'm in that corner, I'm watching that fight play out. You guys saw how that fight played out. And then she comes to me and tells me that she wants to stop, and she said it more than once. If I hear it more than once, I'm probably throwing the towel in. You know what I'm saying? Just because once I would let it go. You know what I'm saying? I would have did what the coach did. No, Rocky, you could do it. But then she said it again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then if I hear it the second time, then yeah, I'm probably stopping the fight.
Yeah, I didn't know she said it twice. I thought she said it once. I just thought she said it, you know, as she was going back.
Yeah, she said it twice.
She said it twice.
She said it twice.
She said it once while she was sitting on the stool, and then she stood up. She stood up and turned around. And said, I want it done.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. That's exactly what she said.
But you know, the thing with Rocky is extremely, extremely, extremely tough, and her coaches. You know, her coaches, and I kind of understand like what Misha Tate said. Misha Tate said something about it. You know, Misha always got something to say. But Misha was like, you know, her coaches know her. Her coaches, you know, they see her every day. They know how tough she is. You know, I kind of agree with what the coaches did because if Rocky would have think about the outcome and the backlash that would have happened if Rocky would have went back in there and won. You know what I'm saying? Like if she would have went back in there and won, you know, everybody would have been like, "Oh, you know, her coaches are great for putting her in." Well, you know, you can't bash them for not putting them back, you know, for putting her back in because she could have done that. That could have happened, you know.
Yeah.
Good point. Very good point.
Yeah.
So what do we reckon next is for Nunes then?
We know we were talking about that today. And everybody is saying, like, you know, that division.
Cyborg, there you go, Liam. That's it. There's no other fight other than Cyborg. No other fight makes sense.
It's there. The Cyborg fight is there.
Rousey round 3? Rousey round 2?
No. Hell no. Rousey wants no part of that noise. Hell no. No, I think the logical fight is I think right now the logical fight. The UFC is going to go back and tell Nunes too. The logical fight is Cyborg. Cyborg already said she's got 2 fights left on her contract. She wants to fight those out, and then she is legit serious about doing the boxing thing. She is legit serious. Like she doesn't do this for the money. You know what I'm saying? Though the UFC is going to throw a lot of money at her for, you know, to hope that she doesn't pursue the boxing full time. But she is committed. I read that. I definitely read that. I would say about a week ago. Yeah. But make the Nunes fight. Make the money now.
Yeah, and you know the Nunes fight. You know that would be a good fight. And what needs to happen? You know, make the super fight. I mean, now that you got you know the non-title featherweight fight, Cyborg's kind of not really going to be. She don't really have anybody to fight right now, so. She should go ahead and they should go ahead and make that fight. But these bantamweight girls, you know, you got Marion Renaud, you got Ketlin Vieira, you got Juliana Pena when she comes back. And don't forget, guys, you also got Tanya Evinger, you got Yana Kunitskaya. You know what I'm saying? So these girls need to be making a lot of these bantamweight fights. You know what I'm saying? Make some of these fights. Make this happen. You know what I'm saying? So that by the time Amanda is done recuperating from the beating that Cyborg gives her, you know what I'm saying? She'll have somebody to fight.
Yeah.
And that leads me to my next question. What do y'all think about Yana Kunitskaya in the bantamweight division? What's going to happen with her, you think?
She's got to get a fight to prove herself.
Mm.
You know, we didn't really get a good sample size in the Cyborg fight because Cyborg just completely ran her over. But you know, throw Yana in there with a top seven maybe top 7 bantamweight. What about Yana versus like a Kat Zingano?
That would be crazy,
right? And then Kat could get back kind of in the title picture if Kat was to beat Yana, you know, because Kat had what? Kat's lost her last 2 fights, right?
Yeah.
She hasn't been the same since the injury and all the things that she's been going through. It's crazy.
Yeah. You know, but you also got, you know, Tanya Evinger recovering from an injury.
Evinger.
So, you know, and I'm gonna try to get Tanya to come back to the show, guys. So we can we need Tanya back on so she can talk about, you know, what's going on. But the bantamweight division is kind of up in the air right now. So I mean, the only logical thing is the Cyborg fight.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And so that's 224, y'all. That's our thoughts on it. But before we close out, I gotta ask you boys something. The British invasion. I mean, I said the British invasion. the Brazilian invasion. I mean, 224 pretty much went to the Brazilians. What do y'all think about the Australian invasion for 225?
You know what?
They're coming to the U.S. soil, huh?
Oh, Liam, I gotta hear what Liam got to say.
Yeah, no, I had nothing wrong with it. I actually don't mind the idea for some reason. Not sure why. It's good, yeah. Yeah, man. Like we got I think one of the big guys that's not mentioned, but I don't know. Is he fighting in the next card? I'm not sure. Is Bam Bam Tai Tuivasa?
Oh
that
yes,
guy is a contender, man. I want to see him in the next fight.
They gave him Andre Arlovsky. He's fighting Andre.
Yeah. I think he's going to smoke him. I'm 100% behind him. I reckon he's going to smoke Arlovsky and he's going to come up this division in a similar way he's going to come up in this division in a similar way to Ngannou, I reckon. And I don't know. I wouldn't mind him fighting Ngannou, man. That would be a crazy fight. He's one of the prodigies of Mark Hunt, you know? He's one of Mark Hunt's prodigies, you know? So
yeah,
if he comes in, he's the next generation of the Super Samoan. If he comes in against Ngannou, this could cause a lot of trouble for that man.
Yeah, it could.
I mean, that leg kick he put in his last couple, one of his last fights. That leg kick sent that other guy. He came in 120 kilos, and he sent that guy flying across the octagon with one leg kick.
Yeah,
he sent him flying with a leg kick.
He did, man. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, Tuivasa. When I first seen him, I was like, I didn't think I wasn't expecting much from him, but man, did he not surprise, man? Wow.
Yeah, it's a good test. Arlovsky's a good test for him.
He hasn't lost in the UFC. Has he? He hasn't lost in the UFC, has he?
No, Tuivasa.
No, he hasn't lost anything in the UFC.
No, he hasn't. This is his biggest. Arlovsky's his biggest opponent by far, though.
And Arlovsky's no slouch.
A good fight. What do you reckon of
Blades
is fighting? Is Blades fighting against him? No.
Curtis Blades versus Alistair Overeem.
Yeah. Woo!
My boy Alistair Overeem from Holland. Holland.
I reckon Blades, bro. I reckon Blades. Because he just finished Mark Hunt. Didn't he? Just finish Mark Hunt.
What's that?
Didn't Blades finish Mark Hunt?
Alistair by Ngannou. Ngannou knocked his head in the...
No, he said Curtis Blades. Curtis Blades finished Mark Hunt.
Oh, he beat Mark Hunt.
Yeah.
Yep.
I reckon he can finish Overeem.
And Mark a win over Mark Hunt looks good on anybody's resume.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, Mark Hunt is just he's a beast. He's a beast, you know. And
I was actually very surprised about that because Curtis, I mean, him beating Mark Hunt, that was a bit surprising. Because I mean, Mark Hunt just came off. He knocked out. Did he knock out Derek Lewis, or was it a decision?
It was a decision.
Yeah,
decision.
He came off win over Derek Lewis. So you don't expect him to lose to Curtis Blaynes. If you just beat Derek Lewis, you don't expect to lose to Blaynes. You know what I mean? Is it Blaynes or Blake? Huh? I think I pronounced this completely wrong.
Blades, no,
I have no clue. I'm just saying words.
You're good, bro. Blades.
Yeah, Blades.
No, it's Curtis Blades. But you got Yoel Romero, Robert Whitaker too, man. I'm gonna have to. I like Yoel Romero, but I'm gonna have to pull for Robert Whitaker, man. I mean, Robert Whitaker is so underestimated. Like people underestimate him so much.
He beat Romero last year with a knee injury.
Yeah.
With a knee injury in the first round, he still beat him.
Yeah, he beat him. He definitely beat him. You know, so that's there as well. And also, you got. I mean, the prelims for 225. I mean, the prelims for 225 could be a fight night. I mean, like it's crazy, man, because you got Rashad Evans. Is that right? Rashad Evans is on the early prelim.
Fight pass. He's on the fight pass prelim. Rashad Evans, former world champion, on the fight pass prelims.
And then you got and then for the feature prelim, you got Megan Anderson versus Holly Holm. Woo, 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 woo.
What are the prelims?
We got some. Yep. We got 225. We definitely have to cover. We definitely have to cover that whole card. 225.
Yeah, man.
Pre and post.
We covered mainly this card as well. We covered most of this card as well.
No, we did kind of, but 225. When you look at that lineup, Liam, you'll see how serious that card is. That if everybody stays healthy and stays together. We also got CM Punk fighting on that card too. You got, I mean, that card, I had to give a shout out to CM Punk. that card is ridiculous. Take a look at that card real quick, Liam. You'll be like, what the hell?
I'm pulling it up for you, Liam. Hold on, man. I'm pulling it up for you, man, because I wanted to look at it one more time too. I think that's the Alexa Grasso.
It is loaded.
That's the Alexa Grasso Tatiana Suarez fight. Let me see. Let me get you there, man. I got your back, dog. Hold on. My computer is running a little slow.
Damn it. Let me see. I think I can do it.
That was my attempt at an Australian accent.
That was Australian.
Man, you know.
Oh, jeez.
You tried.
I tried. All right, so
Liam
we got.
Laughs at you.
All right, we got Rashad Cotier versus Chris De La Rosa, light heavyweight.
And Carlos Esparza. Damn.
Yeah, this is the early prelims. Rashad Evans versus Anthony Smith, Claudia Gadelia versus Carla Esparza, Clay Guida versus Bobby Green. And then you have Joseph Benavidez versus Sergio Pettis, Ricardo Lamas versus Mirsad Bektik. Then you got Holly Holm versus Megan Anderson. Oh my gosh, man. That's the card within itself. That's the card within itself.
Dude.
That's crazy.
That card is ridiculous, man.
What's in the main?
Yeah, man. The main card is CM Punk versus Mike Jackson, Andre Arlovsky versus Tai Tuivasa, Alistair Overeem, Curtis Blades, Rafael Dos Anjos versus Kobe Covington, and Robert Whitaker versus Yoel Romero. Stacked.
The CM Punk
So we got a good one coming up, boys.
CM Punk.
What'd you say? CM Punk is on the main card.
Right, they put CM Punk on the main card, bro. Fighting another 0-1 fighter.
Bro,
it's because of his following, bro. They have to put him on there because, believe it or not, he's gonna get the WWE fans to order that pay-per-view. Just assume.
Yeah, they're smart.
Bro,
bald-headed.
Holly Holm has knocked out Ronda Rousey. Rashad Evans was the light heavyweight champion. Was he light heavyweight champion in the world?
Yeah, light heavyweight.
CM Punk has fought one fight in the UFC and he's lost. And he's on the main card, bro.
Yeah, I know, right?
Nah.
And Carla Esparza is a former champion too.
Yep.
You know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy how they're doing this.
Bro, CM Punk got to win by flying armbar in the first round.
No, stop it. No.
Don't do your prediction yet, Liam. You got to save it for our pre and post fight, bro.
That's not a serious prediction, bro. That's not a serious prediction. Let's be real.
Okay, so but I'm gonna give my prediction on Holly Megan, y'all. I'm telling y'all, Megan, if Megan's gonna knock Holly Holm out. I'm telling you now. You see it first on No Filter MMA. Megan Anderson is going to knock Holly Holm out. I see it coming. I see Holly being short.
I'm saving my input for our next segment, boys.
Yeah, I think that's
I got some golden nuggets for you guys.
Oh man, y'all better watch it. But y'all viewers, we got a lot coming y'all way. We got Cindy Dandois coming your way. We got Invicta Flyweight, Deanna Bennett coming your way. We just gotta get these times down, y'all. But we coming.
Coming, boys.
We coming. So y'all just stick with us. Y'all stick with us. We ready to do this. That's all I got, boys.
Yeah,
that's all I got. Yeah. Well, till our pre and post fight 225, gentlemen.
Sounds good.
We're gonna have to talk about next time. We're gonna have to talk about this fight night card, though. This Kamaru. Oh yeah, we got a couple. We have 2 cards before 225. So everybody, don't forget that. We're coming with pre and post fights on those fight night cards for you guys too.
Yeah, man. Because Damian Maia coming up. Damian Maia versus Kamaru Usman. Wow.
Wow. How about Wonder Boy versus Darren Till?
Bro,
that's a fight right there, boys.
Bro,
well, y'all know
the fight. They got Darren Till's head and they got Stephen Thompson's head, and they take half from one, half from the other, and put together. It's the same bloody guy, bro. It's the same guy. Thicker eyebrows. Maybe the nose is a little wonkier. That's it, bro.
Well, maybe we can get Stephen Thompson on the show, guys. He's local here in my town. Yeah, he lives in my town.
Jesus, that'll be a crazy interview. That'll be a good interview, man.
That'll be crazy, yeah.
Then I can get on. Yeah, we can get him on the show. But that's it, fellas. That's it, guys. Thank you all.
All right, everybody. Deuces. I'll talk to you guys later.
We out.